What's up, good people?
What's going on?
Howdy!
Good evening, everyone. People still filing in. Manny here. Bam over there.
Yo, what up?
Abel over there.
Don't get us confused.
Yep,
Nope.
that's stable Abel.
Bam and Abel. Stable Abel. I like that. That's good.
And
Lori!
bam, bam.
Oh my goodness, Laura, you're the first one here. At least you're the first one to comment. Welcome.
Hello, Lori.
How you doing, Abel? What's going on today? How's your mom?
Good, man. Not a whole lot going on today. Not a whole lot.
That's a good thing.
Mom doing all right?
She's good. She's my sister was out there today, so
That's good to hear.
Hey there, Snarky and
Shark.
Sochi.
Get outside, Shark. Sochi.
Shonda.
hello.
Welcome.
Here's to you, Shonda.
Shonda. Used to all
Hello.
the fans, just having a regular drink, nothing alcoholic,
Same.
because I got to work tomorrow morning. And we got like an 8-hour rule or whatever that crap is.
Yeah, 8 hours, but that never affected me, or I never paid any attention to that.
What is an 8-hour rule? This is unheard
You
of.
can't consume alcohol within 8 hours of your shift.
Right. So
Wow.
I start at 6 a.m. tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Technically, I could probably. Let's see, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 12, 11, 10. Nope. Too late. Too late now. That's okay. There's always the next day and the next day.
I mean, is there like a breathalyzer or like
Well-
mandatory every single day, or just because maybe they see you on the show and they'll be like, "Hey, he was drinking yesterday. I saw him."
Hi, Hilda Garcia. No,
Hello.
it's an unwritten rule. However, we can get randomly tested whenever.
And
I
if you
wouldn't- and I wouldn't-
refuse, automatic fail.
Yeah, if you refuse, you're fired.
You lose.
And I wouldn't want to do it anyway because I work with aircraft and people's safety, and I would never put anybody at risk like that.
Airplanes don't drink either. So.
Hell no, they don't. Nope. You can't even joke about it.
Oh yeah.
If somebody jokes about it, they'll cancel the flight right there.
Holy.
All right, so
crap.
that brings me to a story.
Cynthia, nice to see you
Hello.
again. Cynthia, thanks for
One
hanging
time in
out with us.
Cincinnati.
Okay, Bam's telling a Cincinnati story.
Yep, one time in Cincinnati, kind of like one
Marissa.
time at band camp. My crew came in late, so they had to have extended rest time, which made the flight delayed. I think it was only two hours, 2.5 hours.
Airport stories with
Yeah.
Bam.
So, I updated the passengers as much as I could, every 5-10 minutes, whatever.
What hit?
Finally, the crew shows up. And one of my passengers was standing next to me. She goes, "Oh, well, it's about time you get here. What are you, drunk?"
Uh-oh.
To the pilot.
Ugh.
And the pilot looked at the woman, looked at me. I picked up the phone. The pilot picked up his phone. And he called dispatch and he says, "I just been accused of being drunk. I have to cancel this flight. And I need breathalyzer and drug tests for all three of us."
Yep.
Wow.
And he looked at the passenger and said, "This falls on you," and turned and left.
So do they actually like cancel the flight or replace the pilot, or it's just like, hey, everybody wait till the next flight or something?
Well, it'll be delayed. If they can't get a replacement crew, it'll be canceled.
They must have hated that lady that day. Huh.
Well, they did.
Yeah.
And, she instantly looked at me and said, "I demand to be put on another airline." And I said, "Ma'am, you're the last person I'm going to help at this point."
So there you go. And I'm serious. You can't even joke about it. Even if a passenger says it. So that's why we never, ever joke around like that with the crew. "Oh, you guys go drinking last night?" No, we can't even do that. If we do, it's in the back in ops without passengers back there. Because they will do that.
Yeah.
Shonda says, "Drink 2 for me, Bam." She needs it. Drink 2 for Shonda.
Okay, Shonda, but I'm only on one a night, so I'll share this one with you.
Hey, Bam. Soji says, "Don't be so quiet tonight, Bam. Share your words of wisdom."
Okay, so I will try.
Bam's gonna be
Provided we
all
don't
right
talk
tonight.
about commodes or anything in that room, I'm good to go.
As long as we don't talk about commodes, latrines, bathrooms, toilets, all that stuff.
Porcelain throne.
Porcelain thrones, the
Seriously,
can.
what happens in that room is extremely private.
Bam really cherishes that room. It's like really private.
No.
And it's cool. I mean, it's one of the only rooms, even when you're taking a shower, nobody can get to you. you're only a few feet away, but if somebody calls, guess what? You're busy. Can't talk. He's taking a shower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when you get out, sorry, can't talk now. I just got a shower.
But I'll call you right back. Yeah. He's in the restroom.
Hey, Maggie. Maggie's in the house.
Magster.
Hello.
Maggie just finished the show with Massimo.
Oh, nice.
She's the regular co-host over there.
Oh, it's that Maggie. Cool.
It's actually Maggie's show with Erasmo.
Yeah.
Love the cap. That's right. Spring training is coming up. Can't
What
wait.
does C stand for? Just cap?
Yeah, that's right.
Just kidding.
Funny.
Colombia.
Like,
Funny
I'm gonna
guy.
get a S on
Oh,
my
Yeah,
shirt.
you guys are hilarious.
no, I got it. Coquiana.
Coquian. What the hell is that?
Coquiana.
Oh, it's that drink he was talking about last time, right?
How many hours after you clock before you can have one? Oh, as soon as I clock out, I can have one, but I can't have one
Within 8 hours.
within 8 hours of starting a shift. That's the rule. And for pilots, it's even longer. I think it's
they're on a 10-hour.
I think it's 10 or 12.
So, I mean, if we go back, in history, why are pilots known for drinking? I mean, I'm guessing it actually happened once in a while or something.
We'll look at Denzel in that movie.
If you haven't seen the movie Flight with Denzel Washington, you got to see that sucker tonight.
Let me write that down.
Flight. It's a kick-ass. Oh my goodness, what a movie! It'll frustrate you, but it's really good. Then again, like I said before, anything with Denzel is good.
Except this new movie that just came out.
The one that's on HBO right now?
Yeah. Hey, did you see it?
Really? I was about to watch that tomorrow.
Well, am I going to spoil it for you? Dude?
No, don't.
Not his best performance. I mean,
I'll challenge
his
you on that
performance
one.
was great as an actor.
Hey, Nadia. Good evening. I'm ready for the lewd and crude adult banter.
What's up, Nadia?
Hilda Williams. Hi there.
Howdy, Hilda.
Good evening. Hey, it's pretty girl. Good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Welcome to.
Got a gentleman here? Oh, yeah. Well, just for a little while. Then it gets a little crazy. You missed a couple of great shows the last few days, guys. Whoever wasn't here. They're pretty hysterical. A lot of laughs. Thanks for hanging around, pretty. Jarky, so did the lady get in trouble? Do you remember, Bam?
I cannot remember what I did with her, but
Yeah, somebody like that usually gets taken care of last. Go to the back of the line.
Like beat up where the cameras aren't in the back of the lockers or something.
ma'am, please come with me.
Yeah, that's it's a touchy thing, and like I said, you can't even joke about it.
Yeah.
Especially if the captain doesn't want to fly or doesn't feel like it, or he might not like where he's going. He'll be real quick to go, well, she said it. I got to call it in. We're done.
I had one of them once.
Captains?
It was Shuttle America. It was one of their larger aircrafts. It was like the real airplane. And
the real airplane.
Yeah, I can't think of what it is. It's the one that doesn't have any exit door rows. It's just the Embraer. That's like
without
a real
the
plane.
exit rows. That's the 175.
Yeah, that one. He flew in, and his dispatch called me and goes, "You need to tell this captain that when he lands that he's turning around and going to this place." And I had his paperwork and everything in my hand. They landed. I walked into the flight deck, and I said, "Cap, here's your release." He goes, "No, I'm done." And I looked at the release. I said, "Well, you're Captain so-and-so." He says, "No, I'm not." I said, "Well, then we have a problem. Because Captain so-and-so is supposed to be flying this plane in and flying it out. And if you're telling me it's not him, we have a huge, huge, huge issue."
Yeah.
So you just sit right here. Let me call the police. Let me call TSA the inspector, and we'll get this taken care of.
Yeah.
That
no
motherfucker,
joke.
the second I turned my back on him, he grabbed his bag and ran.
Nadia drank 4 refills of Dr. Pepper. Damn, at the restaurant she was at. Oh yeah, you were at some restaurant trying to figure out the name of some movie from a song that was playing, right?
Yep. I had no idea that song was in the Pretty Woman. I had no idea that song was in Pretty Woman.
That's right. I thought it was Top Gun for some reason. That's a different song, right?
Yeah, I was thinking like Varsity Blues.
We're talking about the song "It Must Have Been Love" by
Breakfast Club.
I forget who sings that.
Simple Minds. No, it's
Nope.
not Simple Minds.
Nope. The girl, something at. Think of it in a minute. Must have been love. Come on, somebody give it to me. What if I'm on a commode? Well, Sharky, when you got to go, you got to go, right?
You do, and all I can say is,
thank God you don't have any microphones on right now. That's all.
Yeah, or video.
Or video. Did Bam mention urinal jokes? He didn't mention any urinal jokes. No, Matt doesn't want to hear any kind of urine anything, actually, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of potty talk unless it comes out of my mouth, and it's usually swear words.
Yeah. We get enough potty filth. Disgusting.
There you go.
Crown Royal and Coke on ice. Now, that's always a good
Crown
one.
Royal while you're watching the Cubs.
Sponsored by Crown Royal. Well, I wear this cap.
Manny, sorry to post earlier about the border issues. So what's the full scoop on this? Which one?
We have border issues?
The illegals coming in, 253 snapped in just 1 hour.
1 hour. Damn.
Yeah, Customs and Border Patrol apprehended 2 groups. There were 253 people. This is all inside of an hour, little less than an hour. A group of agents were screening 166 people in Mission. And then another group of 87 turned up. They actually turned themselves in, I think. And there was a lot of young people, a lot of minors. So they were probably taken by coyotes. If you guys know what coyotes are, I'm assuming you all do.
It's like a wolf.
Yeah, but they're a little smaller and
yeah,
a lot faster.
Yeah,
Right.
But in this case, we're talking about the illegal smugglers themselves. They're called coyotes. They get paid $1,000 or $2,000 or sometimes more to take people to the border, and they tell them where to cross. At some point, they leave them alone. They say, all right, go that way, go this way, and go under this or go over that, and they're on their own.
Or start scamming the people and say, hey, man, we're going to need you to call your family and say we need more money.
Well, a lot of times it is a scam. They'll say, we need, it's $5,000. I'll take you there, but they don't. They get just short of the border, and then they say, okay, you're on your own.
Like, did you see the news of those? I think it was like 16 that got burned in the car or something like that in Mexico.
Yes.
See, that
they
was
found
crazy.
a whole bunch of bodies in freaking burned up car.
So it all turned out. Did you see who they ended up arresting for?
No.
It was all cops. Like, they arrested a bunch of cops. That
corruption, man. Money
they
talks.
say they did the hit and burning the car and the bodies because they didn't pay the tax to pass through there.
It's a crappy, nasty
That's
situation.
crazy.
Horrible situation. I mean, that tells you, I don't care what anybody says, this is the greatest country on the planet. And people are literally dying to get in here.
Well,
and it's just horrible that
it was the greatest country. Let's see if it's still gonna be the greatest country with asshole. And
yeah, that's true. As of January, it's okay country. It's getting
no.
Evening, guys. Just tuning in. What's new? Fifi Bermuda in the house. Manny, the deep voice because he knows Pretty Girl loves the voice, among others. Can you sing a Barry White song? I can't sing for. Sometimes I'll sing, like I'll lip sync or play air guitar or actually air trumpet. But every once in a while, I'll break out into song, and I wouldn't want to let anyone hear that
in the shower.
It'd break off.
So what he's saying is his singing will kill your eardrums.
Yeah, it'd break all the glass around here and stuff like that.
If you can shatter glass with your voice,
that's a good one, right?
That's an extreme talent.
Bam, Roxette.
What?
It must have been love.
No,
that's who sings rock. Yeah, Roxette. That is correct. And plus about various stash house busts with illegals in the last couple of months. Dude, ever since Trump left and Biden came in, it's like the alarm bell went off and everybody's been headed up this way. It's not even funny. I'm not sure what happened to that caravan, though. We quit hearing about that. Anybody hear about the caravan lately?
They might just be sprinkling in. What do you call it? Trickling in.
Well, that could have been part of the 253.
Yeah, and then last week there were a bunch of Iranians also. You hear about the Iranians? There was a couple dozen Iranians that were like, what the heck?
93. I think it was like 93 Iranians.
You know, I don't want to stereotype, but if we start letting Iranians in, aren't like a good portion of them terrorists and they strap bombs to children?
No, not all of them. Not everybody. They're not all like that.
Well, I think some of them coming in will be.
I'm sure some might be, right? Of course. I mean, they can just sneak in with them because there's actually some pretty good Iranians that have came in and changed things, and
everybody's got great people and everybody's got bad people, including our own. And by our own, I mean Americans. There's some shitty Americans too.
Well, we do, but we don't have terrorists. Well, we do now.
Now we do.
Nah, we do. They just don't always. They're what do they call those? Like lone wolf or domestic terrorism. They every once in a while they find a cause and they do some stupid crap in the name of something. Maybe the singer was Roxette's right, Oscar. Everybody nailed it. Roxette. Yep.
Ding, ding, ding. What do they all win, Manny?
I like to sing. People don't like to listen. There you go. They wouldn't want to listen. Various Iranians were also caught jumping the border fence earlier this week. If I'm not mistaken, I think it was Arizona. That's correct.
Oh, Arizona. Okay.
That is correct. And catching up here with the comments.
They spelled Arizona wrong.
Maggie, you can appreciate this. I like to catch up on the comments. I don't like to be 40 minutes behind on comments.
40 minutes. One whole show.
Please sing a Barry White song. Great idea, Miss Meg. Man, you could. Oh my goodness.
Come on, Manny. I'll snap.
How about no, Scott? Just
so. Arizona is supposed to be spelled.
That would be the end of the show.
A-I-R as an air. They're missing a letter there. They spell it A-R-I. They're missing a letter.
What the hell are you talking about?
Arizona. A-R-I-Z-O-N-A.
Yeah, they spell it wrong. They need another letter in there for air.
No, but airy. It's not air. It's airy.
What the heck are you talking about?
Arizona.
Yeah, we need another letter there between the A and the R.
Arizona. It's probably they kept the Spanish one or something,
Yeah, Arizona. See, they're missing a letter. A-R-I is not air.
Well, it was probably they probably
not
kept
air,
the Spanish
Arizona.
name. That was part of Mexico too, wasn't it? Oh, or no?
Dude, you gotta lay off that rum a little bit, bro. It's spelled correctly.
No, but he's saying the pronunciation. The pronunciation when you put those letters together.
Yeah.
It's more of a Spanish word, Arizona.
It probably is.
What he's saying is like A-E-R, A-E-R-I would say airy, but just A-R-I says Arizona. I get you, Bam.
Thank you.
If you say so.
Somebody's on my brainwave. Thank you, Jesus.
Please sing a Barry White song. Great idea, Miss Maggie. Man, you would make my night.
Dude, just do it.
I would destroy so many lives. That's not even funny.
She thinks you'll make her night, but
I'd probably get a call from the Barry White people saying, please don't ever do that again.
You have some guy show up in a black suit too.
I know. I'd have a guy show up in a black suit and go, look at this.
Men in black be knocking on his door going, sir, we're charging you?
Hilda says, you could be right, Abel. Twice this week, a little group run past the side of my house hauling ass, not even bother to look back.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. I think this was years ago. Like, I guess Obama was president around that time. I was doing some door-to-door sales work, and that's the craziest thing I've ever seen, man. I've seen like a whole house, I'd say at least 30 people run out and go into another house.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell? What's going on here? Like, holy cat,
So let me tell you a story.
Uh-oh, story time.
Shonda, you can sing away. Yeah, everybody else sing. Somebody sing for me. He's hooked on Pahonics.
That's okay. Spelling is not my forte.
Reading is fundamental. Okay. I get you, Bam. I get you. Let's hear you sing. No.
Just sing
you know what? When you least expect it, I'll break out into some kind of song. But it's not going to be right now because now it's already built up too much hype. That's what's going to happen.
So next show, maybe, Manny?
Once upon a time, moved to Brownsville. Mama moved out here first. Got a house. Rented it out, right? So we get a phone call from the police. Okay. So apparently there was a car that went to Walmart. They left their keys in the door. So the security guard at Walmart was kind of waiting for the owner to come out. Wait for the keys. The owner didn't come out. It was shopping or whatever. Police car goes by. It's got a canine unit inside. The dog goes freaking nuts and starts barking. This is just from a police car driving by the parked car.
Drugs!
Dog starts barking. Stops. The dog gets out, goes right to the car. What do? Cop pulls back. They decide to follow the guy and see where he's going. The guy comes out of the store, finally gets in the car, goes to the house that my family bought. And it turns out it was a stash house. They had people there. They had 2 refrigerators full of Coke, kilos of Coke. And police and DEA took apart the house. They broke all the walls. See, they tore it up. It was a freaking mess. Then they investigated my mom, saying, how did you know these people? And they're trying to get her down to the police station, which they did. They're trying to keep her there. And that was a mess. That was our welcome to Texas.
Welcome to Brownsville.
Yeah.
So I have questions.
2 refrigerators. How much? You know how many keys you can put in one refrigerator?
300.
2 refrigerators?
1. Yeah. Imagine 1 refrigerator. This was 2 refrigerators.
Well, how many cubic feet was a refrigerator, Manny?
I don't know. Just do an average.
How many
18,
BTUs
18?
were blowing out? Just kidding. I don't know. I'm sure it's a shitload.
Yeah, that was our welcome to Texas.
So I have questions.
Yeah, you got questions. I love.
So first
I
off,
love your voice, Manny, but somehow I became a friend of Bam's. Oh,
A fan of Bam. Bam fan.
So first off, did the FBI and the CIA and whoever tore the house up, did they fix it?
no.
Assholes. Second question, since you bought the house and everything in it, you owned. So did you at least get some reward for the several hundred kilos they found?
Nothing at all. They didn't.
I'd be a suing motherfucker.
They said they would get us information on how to get reimbursed for some of the damage, and of course, they never did.
Oh, I'd be a suing motherfucker.
And it was closed. I mean, it was a mess in there. It was probably a prostitution house because there was a lot of lingerie and high heels and panties all over the place.
But
there was no furniture. There was no furniture except for refrigerators.
Y'all hadn't moved in yet. It was just like
no, it was a rental. It was not to move in there.
Oh, you had it as your.
It was a rental. Yeah, it was. Yeah, yeah.
Gotcha. That's fucking nuts.
Yeah.
I'd be a suing motherfucker.
So you can do it with Bonnie. Nadia, you're funny. I can't sing. She can sing. I can't sing. I can't. I really can't.
Bonnie, you can. I know.
When I'm in the car, I can pretend I can sing. And I think I'm the
lip sing.
I think I'm the baddest mofo on a stage singing somewhere, but I'm not.
You and 99% of the country.
Yeah. I sing in a shower sometimes. I'll do that. Jeez, Manny, slow down. Yeah, slow down. I get it. See what you did there. I don't know, Manny. How many kilos can you fit in the fridge? I don't know.
Wait, is it Manny or Manolo? Now I'm starting to think that you're Manolo from Scarface or one of those guys. Yeah?
So a key is
2.5 kilogram, 2.5 pounds.
5. And then 5, 10, 15. Oh man, you can fit a couple hundred keys, if not more, in each one. Let's say 300 keys.
That's what I said. 2
refrigerators. That's a lot of freaking stuff.
And they were selling cheese.
Anyway, they traumatized my mom. And my cousin for finding the people that rented it out, and it was a nasty mess. It was a mess.
That's insane, bro.
Yeah. Anyway, that happened. So that does happen, and it happens all over the place, and it's still happening. And now it's going to happen worse under Sleepy Uncle Joe.
Oh yeah, they're going to be shoving kilos up people's butt, bringing them in the country.
Yeah. I mean, now, plus they announced the catch and release. is back in action now. So now, COVID, whatever, to get tested. Now, will they get tested at the border now? No. If they do, guess who's paying for that?
See, and one thing I do get a lot of hate for, bro, is like, oh, you're the same, it's your race and this and that. I'm like, well, I understand that, right? But I mean, it's just a country, and there's a process to come in, and just like, yeah, there's great people who come in. There's also bad people who come in, and you won't be saying the same thing when someone's breaking into your house and kidnapping your daughter. I mean, these are real cases that have happened.
I mean, citizenship is a process in this country. It's a process in everybody's country. Granted, it's not a fast process, but it's a process that needs to be followed in order for you to be a legal citizen. Now it's just a fucking free-for-all.
At least now there is something in place. Before they just came in, raided the whole country, and took it from the natives.
I've never the Indians.
I haven't had anyone
that to us.
I haven't had anyone question me like that. Like, hey, is it your people? How do you talk like that? Like,
because all your friends are white, bro. So it's
my
okay.
Country. Because I'm a coconut, right? I'm a coconut. All right.
I don't know, man. Right. I think you ought to carry your passport around with you just in case.
I do.
Right.
I do. It's all right. I'm a coconut. Kind of.
You're a coconut. I'm an asshole.
But you know what? This is my country first. This is my country.
Definitely.
I'm loyal to my country.
The country where, race, there's so many that go and give their life for it. Whatever color it is, they'll go and they give their entire life for it. Literally their life.
Yep. You got the military. You got the guys out there. And right now, I wouldn't have the balls to go, hey, I'm going to join the military and go fight a war in Afghanistan. So I give them props, man, because they got balls.
Yep, they have to wear flea collars around their ankles, and
they do it because I won't do it. So total respect that way
for our freedom.
Yep. Okay, guys, that's the last thing I needed to hear. We're happy when they put up the fence, but like my husband says, it's not deterring.
Yeah.
Well, that new wall was deterring. For sure. That was impressive. Big, huge, difficult to get over.
Because the Obama fence, if you remember, there was like Jeeps driving over it.
Yeah.
You ever saw that? Yeah.
It wasn't tall enough, so they built the ramps high enough that for a car to go over.
But it's funny how they never call it the Obama wall. They made such a big fuzz. Oh, look, this guy's trying to build a wall and this, but Obama built the wall. Obama built the cages.
Every presidency has to have a legacy. So Trump was his wall.
But day one, he was getting criticism for it already.
Right.
Yep.
But we'll come back to the wall in a second. Obama's legacy is lovely. His insurance program that is affordable insurance. And if anybody's ever been on this Obamacare, it's not fucking affordable.
Yeah.
It's not. But, walls are kind of like fences. You can ask your neighbor, hey, this is my property. Would you mind, keeping your dogs, your balls, your kids in your own yard? And if they respect your rules, then great. You don't need fences. But if they don't, then you put up a fence, kind of like a wall. Same difference.
And and of course, any fence is not 100%, right? You give somebody long enough, you give them somebody 3 hours, they'll get over that fence.
Or under it.
Or under it or whatever. But that's the point of it. That's the purpose of it. Deter somebody from even, it's going to take them longer. It gives us Border Patrol time to get there. And yes, there are cameras all over the place also. So it is a deterrent.
Yep.
But they'll always find a way. They will.
So
the only thing we can do is make it harder for them.
My point was just how they made this president's term so harsh with, he wants to build a wall. He wants to build a wall. And there was a wall already out here built by Obama.
Yeah.
Previously.
Yeah, but it didn't cover the whole entire border like Trump wanted.
Why even build a wall that's halfway that,
Yeah. Well, I mean, because there were only certain spots that were really.
So I don't know. I'm just
crossing points. I mean, there's some pretty harsh. There's some pretty harsh land out there that where nobody's going to cross over. Nobody attempts it for some reason.
Evidently, parts of the Rio Grande are 150 feet deep. Parts of it are.
Well, that little river looks innocent, but it's really not. I mean, there was a case a few years ago where somebody tried to cross right at the border crossing, and they drowned right there in front of everybody. Everybody was watching.
Live? Have you ever seen them?
Yeah, the currents just took them under, and they couldn't swim away from it.
They were doing a lot of like before Trump came in. I remember they started showing how these people. I hate saying it like that. How there was people coming in and through the river, So there was some like person from the press, but he can't help them because if he helps the people who are swimming across, then he's a coyote, bro. So this guy is there chilling and like with a safety jacket on with his camera, recording people crossing through the river, and he's like, "Come on, ma'am! Like we can have somebody help you. They can take you back to Mexico." And they're like, "No. Why are you?
I'm trying to leave that fucking place."
No. So here's what they were crossing in, dude. It was like a lady and 2 or 3 kids, and those inflatable swimming pools. They sell them like a Family Dollar. They're probably 2 feet around, and they blew that up and they put an air mattress inside of that, and like made their own raft.
Little raft.
And like I said, the undertow started spinning that thing. They didn't drown. There was immigration waiting right across. But it was just kind of crazy that people willing to risk their life like that. But
yeah, and they will. And and I don't harp on them so much because I know there's legitimate people trying to come over for a better life and to find jobs and stuff. I get it. But if we can deter the freaking drug mules, the guys carrying the backpacks with all the drugs and the weed and the whatever, all the chemicals to make drugs, that is what I'd like to see happen is deter that.
That and the dudes that are hauling the women to put into sex slavery.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they started
the little kids and the little boys and everything else too.
Yeah, human trafficking. Freaking that's rampant.
Thank you. Couldn't think of it.
Yeah. I had a friend who was with Border Patrol and he quit. He says he could not bear to turn people away and send them back, and families crying, and they're trying to come over, and they 2 or 3 times they get busted in a week. And he said he just couldn't do it anymore. He was at the point where he was going to start letting him go and let him come in.
Wow.
It pulls on your heartstrings. It does.
Now that I've eaten quite a bit of this popcorn, it does have a weird taste to it.
Yeah, I'm eating popcorn. That's my fence in the back of my house. What do you got? Is that the fence, or are you talking about your own little fence?
Like the fence where the neighbor keeps crossing the line, or
you got a border or the Homeland Security Mexico wall. Nadia says I received a recorded Social Security fraud alert today. After the recording, a live operator spoke in his bullet accent and greeted me and said, "I know this is a scam call." And he said, "Why do you say that?" And then he hung up on me and I blocked him.
"Hello, ma'am. This is Peter calling. I am calling in regards to your Social Security being a fraud. You can pay $100 right now and we take care."
I love those calls. I fuck with them so much.
We're going to have one of those.
Majority of them are coming from India. And I get I finally get to the point where I talk to a person and I'm like, "Oh my God, please help me. Please help me. I don't need my Social Security number canceled. Please, how do I fix this?" And he's like, and they're like, calm down. And I'm like, "Why do you come to my country and fuck my camel? I come to your country and I fuck your camel."
Oh my God.
You're like, "Is there a Walmart near you? You can go to Walmart and buy a gift."
Yes, exactly. And it's true. They had a guy say to the police officer, "He's ready to go to your house right now. He's ready to go to your house. You have to pay the $700.
Send them.
But right now, I got to pay it right now. And what happens if I don't? He come to your house in 30 minutes.
Send them.
"Oh no, what should I do?" I said, "Oh, I know." And then that's when I hung up on him. Yeah, that's hilarious. We're going to do one of those shows. I'm still working on it. I'm going to try to do it next week, I promise, on fraud and all kind of crazy things that are going on there that have come up because of COVID.
Oh, yeah.
Not because of COVID, but, everybody's at home more.
More people answering their phone to talk
more
to
people scamming, trying to get money. Yeah, trying to steal money from people who don't have it. We've had this wall for quite a while. Can you see it you can see it from my kitchen window.
Oh, wow.
Oh, so you're okay. So I probably know where you're at more or less. I had a friend. I still know them, the Loop family. I don't know if anybody knows Loop Farms here in Brownsville.
Oh, I seen the loop farms. Yeah.
Yeah, they do fruits and vegetables. You can go out there and buy fresh stuff, but they also do white-winged dove hunting.
Oh,
And
that's cool.
Dove hunting.
that wall goes right across their property. It's like it's got to be a few miles away from the actual where the river is and all that. It's like, who planned this thing out? And this is the Obama wall or the Bush wall, probably.
I don't picture dove being good hunting. There's not a whole lot of meat on them birds.
No, it's like this big, and you spend so much time taking the bird shot out of it. I'm not a hunter, not a fan of hunting anyway. So I'm a city boy. It's not my thing.
Then, if you're a city boy, then why the hell did you move to Brownsville?
That's what you call a long story. Lori, it's like my youngest daughter. She's half Hispanic. She started a job, and the place needed a translator. They called her to the front office. They said they needed her to translate. She looked at like, why? I can't speak Spanish. Well, they said, you're Hispanic. She said, only half. And I was born and raised in Idaho. I don't speak it. That's funny. See, but she can learn Spanish.
She could.
And she can demand some more money.
It's a very difficult language to learn.
Yeah, it's not that rules. Difficult. Not that difficult.
Too many rules.
It's kind of easy. If the word ends with an O, it's masculine. If a word ends with an A, it's more feminine side, right?
Yeah, but your adjectives are at the end of the words.
I know there's more to it than that, but I'm just saying. The wall. That's right. So it says y'all need to watch a YouTube channel called Scammers Revolt. The guy dedicates his time to scam the scammers, locks them out of their computers, and deletes their file. That's so awesome. I want to check that out. Scammers Revolt. Let's see, Sean, when they ask if they're speaking to Mrs. Reese, for example, say, yes, this is Agent Reese, and they hang up right away. Good one. Yeah, it is the Bush wall. You're right. It was way before Obama. What's going on, Bam?
Well, so aside from the whole ADA and not wearing masks on the airplanes, if you have a doctor's note, did you find that news article?
No, I couldn't find that specific one. I did find something else about a mask, though.
But last night
as story first, yeah.
Last night, as we were talking about the gender identity, let's call it that way. Manny and I were talking before the show last night, and we got hauled off on whatever the hell that was. He was going to bring up gender identity because I'm like, here we have males saying that they identify as a female in sports so they can claim the win or the gold or whatever, just because they're incapable of doing it in their own gender class.
Yeah.
And who's to say if this role doesn't call for like a very masculine woman that can fight, like Ronda Roundhouse in the WWA.
Ronda Rousey, whatever your name is.
Yeah. So who's to say that a man with a beard can't go into the casting couch and go, I identify as a woman. I want to apply for that position. I mean, what are these movies going to look like? I mean, women with hairy legs, hairy armpits, and beards now. I mean, come on.
Well,
I mean, at some point, somebody somewhere common sense has to fucking kick in, and they have to look at these people and go, you're not a fucking woman. I hate to break it to you. You're not on estrogen pills. You're not taking any estrogen whatsoever. You're a straight up dude. Now, if you want to be a dude in a dress, that's all fine and dandy, but you're a straight up fucking dude.
Yeah, so I get that. I get the whole identifying as or whatever.
I mean, are they going to identify just by testosterone level going forward? Okay, here's where
the way they see it, the way they feel, if I'm not mistaken, if some people just identify, I don't know, maybe they feel like they were feminine and they don't like the masculine side of them, so they start dressing and acting and doing female things because they identify as female, and that's fine. Whatever, I don't care. If that makes you happy, that's fine.
Some men want to identify as men, and they don't do anything that men do.
Yeah, there's some men who think they identify as men.
I had a friend several years ago who was straight male, who liked to dress as a woman in woman's clothing. And I can't even think of his name now. It's been so long since I talked to the dude. But I'm like, so you're straight? He's like, yeah, I like women. I'm like, so you're straight? He's like, well, let's just say I'm a lesbian.
I would say that as a joke about myself too, but
and I'm like, you're serious, right? He's like, well, I like women. I'm like, okay, so you're straight. You're a guy. You got like all the equipment. I know, I've seen it, but you like dressing as a woman. Okay, fine. Yeah, I got lost with him. I'm like, yeah, wow.
Oh yeah, there's not much to be like a philosophy I hold behind that. Me, I'm straight. I have a family, everything. But my philosophy might throw some people off thinking differently, so it doesn't matter. But my philosophy is, when you're born, you don't select what body you go into, right? Because what we are is not this; it's what's inside. So when we're born, whatever is inside, it just goes into different bodies, boom, 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 boom. And sometimes
I don't think it's what's inside. I think it's your programming of your brain.
Yeah, well, there you go. Your programming, right? So sometimes I don't want to call it a deformity because that sounds bad, but sometimes it's the wrong body with the wrong programming.
Okay, and I get that, but what I'm saying is, all of a sudden we have these guys that are going to say, "I identify myself as a woman," but yet they're not doing anything to portray themselves as a woman. They've never done hormones. They have a full beard. They don't shave. They don't dress as a woman. They don't pretend they're women or transvestites, whatever you want to call them.
But then some do. You have some that only want to dress like a woman and look like a woman, but then you've got the ones that are real or true transgender, that they're taking their hormones and they're getting breast implants or removing stuff on their body because they want to live as a woman 100% of the time.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
No, I get that too. I don't care.
I don't either. I'm just kind of wondering what our movies are going to look like in the next 6 to 12 months.
The whole point of all this is that you identify whichever way you like. I don't care. It doesn't matter. If it makes you happy, it makes you happy. The problem is, just because you identify as female, it doesn't make you female.
If I know what you mean, but imagine in sports, it's gonna have to be like boxing, how there's lightweight, heavyweight, middleweight, super flyweight,
and then there's transgender boxing.
They're gonna have to turn it into more like testosterone level instead of being by weight class.
I see what you mean. Yeah.
Okay, your testosterone is this high. You can fight this dude or this girl who has the same testosterone that you do.
Or you're gonna have men's boxing, women's boxing, and then you're gonna have transgender boxing.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
That's something else.
I don't know. And you know what? I'm okay with that too. I
think we all need to start taking drugs.
I mean, I don't know if you're giving it to us right now in the water that we shower with or something, but all this that's going on seems like a big trip.
Yeah. Yeah. And I got, people that I know are gay and trans. I don't care. I don't care what they are. It more matters to me how they are and if they're a good person. To me, that's what matters. But still, I got to say, you're either a male or you're a female. It doesn't matter what you do or what pills or shots you take. You're still only a male or you're still only a female.
Yeah, because a disadvantage.
Or you might be somewhere in between the process.
I mean, yeah, when it comes to competition.
Yeah. What do they call that? Yeah.
What are we going to call them?
Isn't there like hermaphrodite the
in-betweens?
Intersex or something like that?
A hermaphrodite is a person that's born with both sex organs.
Yeah.
Oh, and I did research on that because I got really deep in it with my nurse friend Kathy. I said, so you have a hermaphrodite that's born and they have both sex organs. And, I'm all fine and dandy for letting the child choose whichever sex they want to be when they get old enough to choose. But then I'm like, so can this hermaphrodite actually mate with itself and give birth to something that it's created? Like, would that be considered a clone of themselves?
See, you got some extenuating circumstances that,
But
those are the exceptions of this rule.
But here's
However,
what I found out. So I actually Googled if a hermaphrodite can get themselves impregnated and give birth.
yeah,
They cannot.
no,
Only one sex organ works,
Yeah.
right.
The other one's just there for looks.
pretty much.
So, still having said all that, the fact is, you're either born male or you're born female. You might have something going on in your brain where you feel like a woman or you're feminine and all this stuff, and that does happen.
Yep.
I think there's people that are born gay.
But if
It
you're
used
born,
to be that it was like, oh no, he wasn't born gay. You're ridiculous. Like, no, I think as a young age, these kids are very feminine.
that programming,
Whatever
That's what we're born
happened
with.
during birth or whatever, it might not. It's not that it's a bad thing. It's just how they came out.
I knew from a very young age I liked guys. I had the hots for I think the blonde one was Starsky on Starsky and Hutch.
How
And
old
that
were
was-
you? Do you remember that you think you knew?
I think that was I was around 6 or 7.
Wow, that young, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, and Nadia said my timeline got TMZ about a former WWE wrestler. Yep, she sent me the article. I'll put that up in a minute. WWE comes out as transgender. Then the plot thickens.
And not everyone knows at that early of an age that they're gay or transgender or whatever. I just happened to be one of the special ones that I was very infatuated with the male body. And, anytime I got a chance to see one naked, I'd be right there checking it out.
So 6 or 7, you think that's very young. Slow cheese. That's exactly what Ben Shapiro says. Facts don't care about. Yeah, exactly.
that's a cool guy, Ben Shapiro.
I love Ben Shapiro.
And it's true. It's true. It's not a knock on gay people or trans or anything like that. You're just male or female. And you identify any way you want, and you love whoever you want. That's fine. I don't care. But there's only the 2 genders. Everything else that they say, there's 80 genders. There's not. There's 80 identifiers, or whatever you want to call them. There's a million identifiers. But it's not the same as gender. Gender is genetic. Gender is molecular.
Well, if like me thinking about everything we're saying at the moment and going back and dissecting this conversation, I'm seeing gender is the physical, and then sexual preference is that programming or what we're born inside with. So yeah, you can actually change your gender if you go and snip it or grow one or whatever.
Just because you cut it off
in your DNA,
because you cut off your schwang, it doesn't mean you're a female.
So in your DNA, everything is still male.
So what you're saying is, a guy born as a guy identifies as a woman, and after he gets the sex change and becomes a woman, then he's a lesbian.
If he's a woman on the inside, he can be a woman with a schlong. He doesn't have to get it removed. If he's a woman on the inside, he's going to be a woman. I don't know, dude. This is a very crazy topic.
Yeah, it is. But it's. What can you say? I mean, whatever it is, you're still a male or you're still female.
The gender is a physical. So you're born
change
one way in genetics. This is the way you're born, and this is how that's gender, and you can't take that away.
Genders
Right?
don't change. Your gender
pretty much whatever it is what it is.
It is what it is. What you do with it or how you feel.
And that's it. But the gender can't. We can't change that. I see what you mean.
How you feel inside, whole different story. It's got nothing. One thing's got nothing to do with the other.
Well, let the goddamn cancel culture get a hold of that.
You want to be gay? Go be gay. Don't care. The important thing is
just be a happy gay.
Like
Please
I always
be a
say,
happy gay.
Well, the word "gay" means happy.
It really does. I know this.
I mean, maybe they're just trying. They're trying an approach that's never going to work with society. They're trying to let gays, and I also hate that word. I don't like to say it. They're trying to bring gays into society, but instead of doing it that way, they should let society accept, like me as a man, accept another man for who he is. And like I told before, I don't care what you are, just don't come and try to hug me or any of that stuff, right? Because respect what I am, and I'll respect what you are. But what they're
but a gay guy might want to hug you for your birthday or Merry Christmas, but it don't mean he want to have sex with you.
I'm not trying to say.
So you're going to get hugged by one whether you like it or not.
I'm not trying to say it, and I just don't want to say, oh, I don't want to get rubbed on. In other words, right? I don't want to.
You don't want to get a rub down.
Yeah, I don't want to get.
See, but then this is also, and I'll tell you,
approached. If I don't want to say,
okay, but this is
heterosexual man.
Let me tell you something, Abel.
Approach them, not a rub down.
Let me tell you something, Abel, and don't take this the wrong way. It's not the dig on you, but you get a lot of people with that kind of thinking that gay people are just out to hump whatever other guy. Period.
And there are some out there that they
there
have
might be some out there, but then
there's a little notch in the belt. Every time they sleep with a straight man, it's like, got another one.
But it's not all like that. And the old school thinking was that, oh, he's gay. I don't want my kid around him. That they're going to molest a kid. That's not true either.
For some.
Some gay people make better parents than a man and a woman.
If you guys ever met, I know Bam would want to give you a hug.
Yeah,
he's not going to put his.
Like I said, it's not a hug, dude. I use it as a reference to. I don't want to say it on live. I don't want to say it. I don't want to get macked on by a gay guy, or don't come and fucking slap my ass, or I don't want to say that, man. You're forcing me to say these things.
If I ever meet you, I'll bring the paddle and I'll spank that ass.
Yeah, but we're cool. This is like it's one of the locker room slaps, bro.
See, now when Bam meets you, now he's gonna grab your ass on purpose. See
it's different. It's different. Bam's Bam.
And you only have to worry if I go firm.
It's to the point where when you meet someone new and start dating, you don't know what you're dating.
Yeah,
it's starting to get there, Lori.
It's some pretty. I've seen some trans.
Be a conversation that you have before you go out.
I've seen some trans women that look freaking hot. I don't know the way to say it. They look better than their mom or whatever, their sister.
Some guys, once they put their face on and they get their boobs taped together and they get their foam padding on their ass, make it rounded, and give them a little bit of booty and give them that hourglass shape. They look better than fucking women. And I'll tell you why. Because your standard woman will only put 45 minutes to an hour in getting ready to go someplace. A drag queen or a female impersonator,
like 4 hours.
Yeah. I mean, minimum 4 to 5 hours.
Woof. Wolf's a troll.
What's going on, Woofy?
Oh, we're just talking gays and trans. That's all.
I mean, if you think about it now, it's like somebody, Kim Kardashian, dude. She's the queen of freaking, body change, right? She's the queen of getting things done where she wasn't born with them.
She's the queen of hoe. That's what she's the queen of.
So yeah, next to a trans, they might look very similar if they go to the same surgeon.
I don't know. I think her ass is deformed. It's way too overdone.
Oh, yes, it is.
I mean, I appreciate a female physique here and there, of course, but it's just too much. It's ridiculous. It's like, come on.
Everybody wants a tiny little butt. Everybody wants a smaller ass. I mean, I'd love to have a smaller ass.
Okay, I have a date for you three. Dress up as female, makeup, and I'll show us all your feminine sides. No. Don't have a feminine side.
Yeah, exactly. That's not.
I gave all my makeup away over a decade ago.
You had makeup? Oh, you did that once in your life, didn't you, at some point?
I did. I was on Jerry Springer.
Really?
I were.
Yeah, I think I've seen that. You've got something there in your profile somewhere.
Yeah. If you go through if you're a friend of mine, go into my photo gallery and you want other pics of me.
I already have my. I saw
and if you're not a friend, this is a time to go.
Go to other pics of me, and you will see me in drag.
He's gonna get like 20 friend requests right now.
Miller. Bam Miller.
I would pop them up here, but I don't want to put you on the
No,
spot.
no.
or anything like that.
If they want to know, let them send them a friend
Put
request.
them up. I don't care.
Send a friend request. Let's get,
Really, you don't mind if I put one up?
I don't care.
but then let's get them to friend you if they really want to see it.
Yeah, that's true too. Bam should be your friend anyway.
Exactly.
Bam's a good dude. I love Bam to death. You sure? I don't want to
Well,
put
thank
this up.
God somebody does.
It's not like you're naked or anything anyway.
No, there's not. I mean, yeah. I mean, if I didn't want people to see them, they would never been on my Facebook.
True that. All right. This is one of them. If you want to see more, become a friend of Bam's and you can see everything you like.
Bam Miller, Miller.
There's Bam. What year was that?
That was 89, 90. That's my own hair. That is not a wig.
Was that's your own hair?
That's my own hair.
So you did, what was the occasion for being on Jerry Springer and all that, or whatever you did?
Well, it was supposed to be my family seen me dressed as a woman for the first time, but it turned into, my show turned into a real life 911 call.
Whoa.
Yeah, because this other wannabe drag queen, wannabe female impersonator called his mother a prostitute, and she passed out on stage.
Oh, crap.
No.
Karen? Was her name Karen?
And he's like, well, you know, when I go out, I have to hide the whisker biscuit.
The whisker biscuit. Take you out all dolled up.
Hey, but in the 80s, Bam, I mean, you were doing things that a lot of people never did.
I call myself, there I think I kind of like resembled Taylor Dane a little bit.
I mean, you had the hair thing, the 80s hair going on and everything.
You're a pioneer of that community, man. Some people never, they ended up having kids and still hiding everything. And I've heard stories like that.
I was at that particular time, I was Miss Gay Rockford, and it was a pageant in the Wisconsin system. And as I was Miss Gay Rockford, I actually took it out of the Wisconsin system, put it in the Illinois system where I felt that it belonged. And me and my friend at that time, Sabrina, we were pageant promoters, and we did pageant promoters for years. We promoted pageants. Had a great time.
Yeah, I got some experience with the Jerry Springer show. Michelangelo appreciated the human anatomy. His statue of David is the one example, as well as his frescoes in the Sistine Chapel feature many nude masculine. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, but why did he give David such a little winky?
I think he was just trying not to emphasize that part. That's all. Maybe. Kind of looks like it. Anyway, there it is. You saw it. You got it. Bam is not, he's not shy of his past, and stuff happens, and everybody goes through different stuff.
Oh yeah. There's a time in my life I thought I wanted to be a woman, and I started doing the hormones and everything. And then later on in life, when I started working in the airline industry, and for lack of a better word for them, I mean, all women have them boobs. Once they start bouncing, those bad boys, they hurt. You women know they hurt once they start bouncing.
Yep.
The only way to keep them under control is duct tape them bad boys down. And even then, it doesn't help.
Yep. I heard the stories, the ladies, and doing it with the reductions and stuff. When my daughter was little, she asked Mommy, what's gay? I kind of freaked out the question, my quick thinking, and I tell her that meant happy. Yeah, and it does.
That's the dictionary definition.
There's a time and a place, and for every child, it's different. Every child has different, what's the word I'm looking for?
So,
education. A different. I can't think of the term I'm thinking about. But every kid is different.
You're right. There's a time and a place, and I remember one time. I was younger. I was probably 12, maybe 13. We were sitting at the dinner table, and my family had very few dinners at the dinner table together. Very few. I mean, I could, if I had to guess, I'd say maybe 50 throughout my life. And I asked my parents one night at dinner table what a Kotex was, because I didn't know. And my dad says, we'll discuss that later. And then my mom, with her infinite wisdom, said, well, so-and-so says when they ask, you're supposed to tell them. So they told me what it was right there at the dinner table. Yeah, that's not the time nor the place to discuss what that is.
Yeah, no, it's not.
It ruined the dinner table experience for me for a long time.
I guess the word I was looking for, comprehension. Every child has got a different level of comprehension.
Yes.
Some 6 and 8 year olds might be well more advanced than others who are more normal. Doesn't mean they're dumb. It just means their comprehension level. Everybody's different. Everyone's different. So some kids you can tell at a younger age, and some you got to wait till they're a little older when they can, figure it out.
Yeah, now that when you guys have birds and bees conversations, you need to do research, includes birds and birds and bees, and
yeah,
you need to cover it all from A to Z.
Yeah. Well, what if it's a cultural thing? Many people down here, for example, hug and kiss the cheek and greet people. They do.
Yeah, that's a big European thing.
With a mask or no mask?
Without the mask, now they're just fist bumping.
They're like.
Or an elbow bump.
Hey, there you go. That's a good one. No, you can't do that either. You're going to pass the corona that way. But yeah, I mean, here, when I moved down here from Chicago, it was totally different. Everybody's hugging and kissing down here. And it wasn't like that over there.
Aren't you guys very sexually active down there? All the hugs, all the kisses.
So she's, oh my God, bam. Yep, you saw it. You saw
it first.
You saw him.
Manny
in all his glory on the Jerry Springer show.
Yeah, you should show the one with the crown on and the little black cocktail dress.
I don't have that. I couldn't find that one. All I saw was this whole set right there.
That's only for his close friends, Manny.
I swear it's there.
I saw it, Manny. It's on for his close friends. I'm sorry, Manny.
Wolf Chop, my favorite his favorites are female to male. Female to male. There are some that pull it off, some can't. And I mean, by can't, I mean
shouldn't even try.
Maybe, yeah. Something
a lot more practice.
I mean, some of these guys can't even pull off male to male. Like they can't even become a man, and they're fucking man and they're straight and they can't even become a man.
Yeah, I've seen some. I've come across some female to males that are way more masculine and more manly and right on than some of the friends I had before. And I think that's pretty freaking awesome, actually. Yeah. Carmen Carrera is gorgeous. She's trans. Carmen Carrera. Don't know who that is.
I don't either. When you said Carmen, the first person that popped in my head was Electra, and it's like, thank God she's no longer on TV.
Carmen Electra. What is she like? In a wheelchair by now? She's older, huh?
Wheelchair. Come on.
How old is she, dude? Like 70?
Carmen
Electra?
She's got to be in her maybe 40s.
Nah, you're crazy, bro. She in the 40.
Oh, come on, man.
Oh, you sound like Biden now, man. Come on, man.
That's probably the only good thing that came out of Biden so far.
Come on, man.
Yeah, that's the new thing. Come on, man.
Come on, man.
There you go. And I'll tell you what, Abel, if I never told you this was a woman, this was a man, originally, you would have no idea. And don't even try. Don't even try.
Nah.
The nose isn't right, and there's no hips.
Well, most of the celebrities.
She's got hips. She's got hips.
Oh, yeah.
She's straight as a board.
You show this to 1,000 men, they know, yep, nice
blow up in the Adam's apple area.
Well, not even there. Like you said,
not
the hips.
even. No way. Get out of here. You guys cannot tell.
Blow up the Adam's
and
apple
you
area.
only know because we're talking about the subject, so it's obviously it's there. But
All right, let pick her up.
I could show this to 1,000 men, and they go, "Whoa, that's a good looking woman."
Look, let me take another zip, and then I'll tell you.
Cheekbones are wrong.
All right, so
That is Carmen Carrera, everyone. If you haven't heard of her, I mean, I don't know who she is or what she's famous for or whatever. Unless she's,
I think she looks kind of like Dog the Bounty Hunter.
What?
Well,
I mean,
I know the end thing is not doing your hair, but if you're gonna, God, woman, do your hair. Give it some lift. Give it some pizzazz.
Pizzazz.
Give it a little something.
One more of Carmen. That's Carmen.
Oh, she's got great legs. Now
Like
her hair
Dom
looks a
said,
lot better there.
The nose says something else.
Great legs. She actually has a hip there now.
Go back and
She's popping that hip.
Not every female's got a perfect nose. There's just that's why you can't. I don't know. Like I said, I'll ask 1,000 men, and they'll go, "Man, that's a hot woman. That's smoking hot."
That's just what that's what you lean towards, Manny, and it's okay. Everybody's coming on to that.
Well, I mean, at least she's not like most men where, if she had to run someplace, she wouldn't start a fire between her legs because her thighs they don't rub, unlike every other guy out there.
Oh my goodness. There are guys that have the most beautiful hair and their faces are so beautiful. That's the only way you can tell is because of their beards. Yeah. Do you remember the Birdcage? Robin Williams and Nathan, what's his name? Nathan Lane?
Yes, Nathan Lane.
And he's fighting because he don't want to go sing because he thinks Robin Williams is cheating on him.
Nathan Lane pulled off that gay thing extremely well.
Oh, yeah. I thought he was gay. He is, isn't he?
I don't think he is.
I think he is. Cool. I could have swore I heard that before. Anyway, he says, okay, let me go get ready. He's going to dress up in drag and be on the show. Let me get ready, and gets the razor, and he starts. It was just kind of a funny moment in the movie. Great movie, guys. If you haven't seen that, The Birdcage, Robin Williams, great freaking movie.
There's a lot of high dollar actors and actresses in that movie.
Gene Hackman. Oh my goodness, great
Mia Farrow.
freaking movie. She's not in that.
Oh, okay, it's not Mia Farrow. It's the other one.
No, it's the other, the one that's married to Harrison Ford.
Yeah, I always mix the two of them up.
Ally McBeal, whatever her real name was. Can't think of her name. Ally McBeal. Look it up.
No, it's not Ally McBeal.
Thank you, Manny. Yes, Kardashian's butt look gross. Yeah, it's deformed. I'm talking about Kim. I don't know the others. I haven't seen the others, and I've only seen Kim's because they put it out there all over the place. It's Bam is already a friend. There you go. Dude, you got like 50 people looking through your profile right now, just so you know.
It's this is who I always mix Mia Farrow up with. Diane West.
Oh, Diane West. That's the wife, the pastor's wife from Footloose.
Yes.
The original Footloose.
I always mix her and Mia Farrow up together because they look very similar and very similar sounding voice.
Right. She's in that movie, and she does great in that movie.
Oh, yeah, she does.
Ally McBeal. What's her name? Callista Flockhart.
Yes. I'm looking at her right here.
That's who it is, Callista Flockhart. And anyway, great movie. Star full. Great movie. Funny movie, too. Oh, even, what's his name? The maid, the
oh my God, that little
boy.
Hispanic guy.
He was in Godzilla, wasn't he? One of those movies.
Where the hell is he?
The cameraman.
What was his name? Spartacus.
Agador. Spartacus. The Birdcage. Ding! Watch that this weekend if you guys haven't seen it. The Birdcage.
Hey, speaking of birds, did you ever see that movie you told me about? Bird Song. Or Songbird?
Oh, I friggin' forgot. I want to watch that. Maybe I'll watch it.
That's better than the
Denzel
tomorrow. Movie. That was better than the Denzel one.
I don't know, man. I like Denzel movies.
I know.
So it was Hank
Itza
Azaria.
Says, Hank Azaria. That's right. You want to see Hank Azaria act really gay. It's so funny, and he can't walk in his shoes. It's so funny. Hey, Isa says you're Hermosa fam. Bam, sorry.
What?
Tell him what that means. Translate it, Manny.
Ita says hermosa means beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Am I as beautiful as a flower?
Chingao, bam, beautiful. She's like, damn.
Thank you, Hilda.
Oh, wow, you look beautiful as a woman. Love the hair and the great makeup.
Thank you.
Shut up, Bam. Your own hair, Dan, that looks all 1984.
Well, it was definitely in the 80s. It was after 86 because I regurgitated in 86.
I should send you a pic. Send it, buddy. You want me to show it? It just proves my point. Some guys are absolutely beautiful. Yeah, they are.
It's the makeup.
And if they want, yeah, and there's makeup. And if they want to live as a woman, I don't care. More power to them. Just
it's the makeup, it's the lighting, it's the shading.
Some of them can pull it off as long as they don't speak.
Some of the guys just look ugly, period. No matter what we do.
Yeah.
Well, now you can. It doesn't matter because I identify as a woman. So if I'm going to talk like this, I'm going to talk like this. I'm a woman. God damn it!
You have Macho Man Randy Savage. Imagine identifying as a woman.
Have you seen the Ben Shapiro clip? It was from many years ago, where they were having a discussion about trans people in the life and the situation, and he happened to call the lady that was sitting next to him, which was a trans person. Her name is Zoe Tour, and he called her sir, but he didn't mean it out of disrespect. It's just he knew that was a guy, in trans, right?
Right.
And Zoe Tour looked over and said, "Listen to me, something about." You say that again, you're going to go home in an ambulance. And he threatened Ben Shapiro right in that interview. That was great. I should look up that clip. Wolf, I've always wondered if you know Valerie Paris. Jaime Castaneda told me he does. I live in Hidalgo County and lived in the same apartment complex and the Paris family, Ruby Jackson, blah, 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 blah. Reba McEntire. Right? Exactly. That's who you look like, Bam. Reba McEntire. 100%.
I did do a lot of Reba when I was female impersonating. I did a lot of Dolly.
Reba, that's right. Good call. Lupito.
I sang Fancy a lot when I was doing a female impersonator.
Lupito nailed it. You did. That was man, that was good. Nadia, I attended gay junior high in 1988, Harlingen, when I was a kid. Now the junior high name is called Memorial High School. It was called gay junior high? Gay as in...
That was the name of it?
Yeah, was that the person's last name or something that they named it after, or
history being deleted?
Right. Itza says hugs and kisses down here, Ben, when we greet people, especially friends. Yep, it is. It's different. It's nice. It's cool. Well, sadly, I don't know DQ down here.
And that's not Dairy Queen.
No. Those trannies are fighting on the front line for American freedom.
But at least they're doing it in style.
That's good, bro. Those guys. Hey, that's more nuts. If they're actually fighting in the front lines.
No pun intended. No pun intended. That's more nuts, right? You get it? I get it. Hey, the whole thing about the gays in the military and the trans in the military was they didn't want to cause a ruckus. It'd be more of a spectacle than just being able to let that person do their job.
Well, that's why Clinton came up with the "don't ask, don't tell" thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because before that, they could ask. I remember going through my and whatever questionnaire and physical and everything. They're like, "Do you sleep with men or do you sleep with women?" And I'm sitting here looking at them, and I'm like, "What the fuck do you care?"
No shit, right?
Yeah, and and that's the part that I don't get, because it's like not all gay guys are feminine. I mean, I've seen some gay dudes that'll kick my ass.
I would never believe it from Bam. I'll never believe it from Bam. Just a picture.
Yeah, and it's like they ask you the question in different ways. Well, are you straight, gay, bisexual, heterosexual, homosexual? What are you?
Which
Remember,
none of that matters. Like these people on the front lines, bro, it's different because it's like, hey man, their beliefs are strong. Whatever you choose to identify as at that point, there's a million things that you can identify as. Picture it as a half a circle, whatever you call a half a circle, right? So you begin here, and there's a million things in between that you can identify as a warrior, a janitor, an entrepreneur, an airplane dude, a gay, a straight, a bisexual, a trans, whatever. A soldier. It doesn't matter what the person is, but I identify as a soldier. I identify as a warrior. I have the belief that I can go and lay my life out for my country. And at that point, I don't care, bro, if it's my dog that's out there. He has more nuts than some guys born with nuts.
And I get that,
we'll never have.
But you got those people.
Just what you need.
You got those people that are like, oh, he's gay. He must be, he's a little light on the loafers, or he's afraid to go into battle.
Well, try to keep it down in there and quit yelling at them damn kids.
That's the thing. It's when real men.
Careful.
I identify as a real man. This is what I choose to identify as. And the people who follow me learn to accept that there's differences and people are born different or choose to be different. And when we can accept the differences, then everything will be okay because we'll learn to respect each other. And then another man that chooses to identify as a woman can still use the men's restroom. They don't have to go use the women's restroom. They were born a man. They can still use the man's restroom, for example.
Oh, boy. Now we're getting into that talk, the restroom talk. Ben, we're not talking about toilets. We're talking about...
I know. And again...
See, and it all goes back to
the potty.
I don't give a F what you identify as long as you're happy and you're not an asshole. That's all that matters to me. Period.
I'm right there with you, but if you have a penis, you should go to the men's room. If you have a china, you should go to the ladies' room.
It is what
I don't care what you're dressed at. I don't care what you look like. If you have a dick, get to the men's room. If you have a china closet, get to the ladies' room.
There you go. Simple, right?
I agree.
Simple, right?
And with children, young people, high school, grammar school, or lower, it shouldn't be any different.
Should be boys and girls. I don't care what you're wearing, what you look like. If you have the business of a boy, get your ass in the boys' room. If you got the business of a girl, get it in the girls' room.
What's up, Lupito? Lupito, trans are on the front line fighting for American freedom, fighting for their freedom, nothing handed to them for free. Yeah. And if they can, again, it goes to qualifications. If they can do what a regular person that's required, whatever's required in the military, if they can do it, then let them do it.
I want to see a goddamn tranny trample through the mud in red 5-inch stilettos, carrying 50 pounds.
They're not going to
backpack.
be doing that in stilettos.
I want to see her do it. Prove to me that you're a real woman and do it.
Hey, that would be a good TV show competition. It's like a sports show.
Fuck yeah, it would. So Manny, you want to be a soldier, do you?
Manny, don't forget Wesley Snipes and Patrick Swayze and Tu Wong Fu.
Oh, God. Wesley Snipes and fucking drag. That was fucking pure hideousness.
That's entertainment. And
and Patrick Swayze as a woman. Oh, my God. He was the ugliest broad I ever seen in my life.
Yeah, that was quite entertaining. Still,
now, Miss Chichi Rodriguez, he had it down. I don't know who played him. It's that little Mexican guy.
You're talking about John Leguizamo.
Yes. That motherfucker had that down. And he looked good.
He ain't Mexican.
Oh, Lordy. He's Puerto Rican.
He is Puerto Rican.
He can't identify as a Mexican.
Yeah, he can. He can, actually.
He cannot identify as a Mexican.
He can identify as a U.S. citizen.
There you go. She worked at her butt. And women do, and that's nothing wrong with that. I just got a problem when they want it so large.
Yeah, where you can serve dinner for 12 on it.
I mean, go and look at her butt. I mean, look at it. Seriously, look it up and look at all these photographs, and you see it's deformed. It's just too much.
I would love one day to get behind her in an airport and go, Come on, big ass. Let's move it along.
I'll pay to see that. Bam, have you seen the series Pose with Billy Porter?
Oh my God, yes. I love that series, and I wish they would bring it back.
I love it. Season 1's on Netflix. I'm waiting on season 2, but COVID has delayed its release. So she says, another great movie. Yeah, 2-1 Fu. Thanks for everything. Patrick Swayze, John Leguizamo, Wesley Snipes. Yeah, it was a funny movie. Still, I prefer The Birdcage. Funnier movie, I think. Better made. It was just so good. I was a gay raider, number 1. Gay raider.
What's a gay raider?
Gay raider. Zoe Tour was going to send Ben Shapiro home in an ambulance. Yes, that was so funny. You know, and Ben's not a fighter, right? Ben.
Well, dude's only like 5'1" to begin with. He's the shortest little guy you ever met in your damn life. I mean, he's borderline little people status. But he is so fucking funny. I love him to death.
I'll look up that clip in a minute for those who haven't seen it. It's actually pretty amusing. And they were just funny because they were trying to have a serious discussion.
Pick, sent, and messenger, the Wolfman says.
Lupita says, most of the Chinese on the front line are women on male testosterone. Those men were women on male testosterone. Yeah, I mean, I've seen some still trans, female to male. That can probably kick my ass.
And some of them are damn good looking. But it's kind of weird when a woman is on testosterone, how their base grows for a penis. It's kind of weird.
I don't understand what you said.
We have to have something to attach a peni to.
Oh, okay, here we go. Hold on a second. Let's look at this photograph. Got another photograph. This is another viewer submission. Yep. And bam, there it is.
There it is.
Wolf. Which one is you? I'm just kidding.
Blow him up.
Well, last night he asked if the mustache tickles. I'm guessing that the answer has been questioned years ago, Wolf.
Check out Wolf.
Aroo.
Aruga! Awooga!
What event was this? How long ago was this, buddy? That's cool.
Just like high school prom or something?
Yeah, there's another one. I could show that picture to 1,000 guys who wouldn't have no idea, and they go, hey, it's not a bad looking chick.
I mean, he looks better than that other one that you showed previously.
I mean, you would not know. Just from a photograph, you can't tell. Good job, man. Good job, Wolf. 1991, he says.
91. I was like 5 years old.
Barely out of diapers.
Impressive. Again, you guys
were barely out of diapers where the rest of us have been living for decades.
Right. Where the fudge was I, man? Damn.
Meticulous with the hair and makeup, just like Bam was. You guys very very.
That's real. I mean, because that looks more natural than the nowadays where I was like, well, fucking, remove my Adam's apple and whatever. It's way different now. Like I said, like Kim Kardashian, and then a man who goes to the same surgeon that Kim Kardashian goes and has the same procedures as she has can basically clone her. A man can be her with the surgery that happens nowadays.
You know what's funny about that Ben Shapiro, the Zoe Tur thing? I saw Zoe Tur on an interview. They were talking about some documentary about UFOs or something paranormal. And I see Zoe Tur, but she wasn't all dressed up. It was a guy. It was Zoe the guy. I'm like, so what's up with that? Was he not for real or what? Hang on. Let's see if this is a good clip, everybody. Hang on. If you haven't seen the Ben Shapiro, what we're talking about.
Hey, so is Ben Shapiro gay or what?
No.
Or he acts gay?
Married with children. He's not gay at all.
Oh, you're talking about a whole different dude then. I'm talking about like there's the Ben Shapiro show, some guy who has a YouTube channel and all that.
That's who we're talking about.
All right, here we go. real quick. It's a short clip.
Good try. You have to bifurcate it. Did she deserve the honor? Probably not.
Okay, so they're talking about the whole thing was they're talking about Caitlyn Jenner and
Didn't
how
dress.
Sports Illustrated made her Woman of the Year. Like right away, they made her Woman of the Year. So that's what the discussion was about. Here we go.
Is she brave? Of course she's brave. All those years invested is
That's Zoe
sports
Tur.
legend. To come out transgender is horribly difficult. It is the most difficult thing you can do. I've been overseas. I've flown helicopter missions, surveillance missions. I've been shot, stabbed. Being brave is being yourself, and being transgender is about the bravest thing you can do. Did she deserve the award? Yes.
Why are we mainstreaming delusion?
It's not delusion.
Why would you call it delusion?
Because Caitlyn Jenner, I'll call him Caitlyn Jenner.
No,
because
it's
that's
her. You're not being polite to the pronoun.
Because
disrespectful.
Okay, forget
Oh,
about
it's disrespectful.
facts.
Fuck me.
Don't care about your feelings. It turns out that every chromosome, every cell in Caitlyn Jenner's body is male, with the exception of some of his sperm cells. It turns out that his brain structure is male.
Wait, I need
It turns out that he still has all of his male appendages. How he feels on the inside is irrelevant to the question of his biological sex.
I don't agree with that. I'm not on that train. I'm not on that train. She wants to be called she. I'm going to call her she. I just have a problem with the message and the messenger.
So well, let's I'm going to do two.
Here we
things.
go,
I wanna
here we go.
Reiterate what Zoe said, which is the bifurcation of the courage to come forward after a lifetime as a male and a certain kind of a male, versus did she deserve this award? Listen, the awards. What are award ceremonies except an opportunity to catch some eyes,
especially the S.
So yeah, it's like ESPN. Well done, ABC. Yeah. They did exactly what their job was: to attract eyes. They did it. That's what award ceremonies are for. But in terms of the science behind gender dysphoria, you're very familiar with that. So
very familiar.
It's not about the chromosome. Excuse me, the chromosomes within
we
our
both know
nuclei. Yeah, go ahead.
chromosomes don't necessarily mean you're male or female.
Gender.
With gender
identity. Go ahead. No, so
especially but even so, you have a thing like Klinefelter's syndrome. So you don't know what you're talking about. You're not educated on genetics.
Would you like to discuss the genetics?
No.
What are your genetics?
So I'd stay away from the genetics and back to the brain scans.
You cut that out now, or you'll go home in an ambulance.
Yeah, that seems mildly inappropriate for a political discussion.
No, I know. Well, but wait. To be fair, you're actually being rude. And that's not fair.
I'm sorry, it's not rude to say that someone who's biologically a male is a male. Someone who's biologically male is a male.
But Mr. Shapiro, you knew very well that saying that to Zoe would be egregiously insulting.
Oh, that was so good.
So my opinion is, if you have a dick, you're male. It doesn't matter what the wrapping is. You got a dick, you're a male. If you got a china, doesn't matter what the wrapping is. If you wear a three-piece suit, got your you cut your hair really short, you got a little mustache going on, you're a woman. Until you have those parts physically altered to the opposite, then you become the opposite. And I think that
in theory,
that at least 90% of this country is going to think the same way.
You know, his whole point has always been, and now he did talk about that situation, and he said, he's not going to call somebody a man when they're in woman form just to embarrass them. He will say ma'am or miss or whatever. But in that particular situation, he said it did slip out because he knew he was dealing with a male, and it just
a man in a dress, basically.
Yeah, and that was pretty amusing.
I mean, you have a dress on. Okay, did you bother to put your face on? Okay, until you put your face on, you're a man in a dress.
I was
put
at
your
Walmart.
face on, you a man in a dress, but at least you're trying to look pretty.
I was at Walmart today. There was a dude. There was a woman. Was dressed like a woman, but freaking dude was 6'8" tall. And didn't look feminine one iota.
Well, then that's when you break out the REO. No, not REO.
Voice was deeper than mine.
Yeah, not REO Speedwagon. Steven Tyler, dude, looked like a lady song on your phone.
Oh, yeah.
And follow the motherfucker around Walmart.
Gay junior high Raiders in Harlingen was a laughing stock as a valley in the 80s. Wow, there was it really called Gay Junior High or Gay? Was that? It had to be named after someone named Gay. Their last name was Gay. Now, Gay only ended up being derogatory term. Sometimes they call it now, even though it's not. But people used to say gay back in the long time ago in history, 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, and it was just gay, man, happy. And then all of a sudden things change, and gay becomes just a word to name, to label somebody who's gay, who's homosexual or whatever.
I don't know. Have you ever met the express jet flight attendant that is a
I think so. I saw one. He wears heels. He's dressed like a man, but he wears heels.
Oh yeah,
and he's got the makeup on.
Oh yeah,
I've seen it.
Not attractive at all.
No,
not attractive at all. And she used to fly into Cincinnati an awful lot, and I was training a new gate agent, and we were up at the gate after meeting the aircraft and everything. And my new gate agent didn't know that the plane had already deplaned, and she goes, "Damn!" I'm like, "Yeah." She goes, "That flight attendant's a dude. Why is he dressed like a woman?" And I said, first off, and she didn't know that the flight attendant was standing right behind her. Yeah. I says, first off, she's not a dude. She is a female. You treat her as such. You have the respect to treat her like any other female flight attendant. It doesn't matter what your personal beliefs or thinking is. When you're here at work, when she comes in, you treat her respectfully as a female. And I had this little, and she kind of snuck off. And later on, the flight attendant, she does not sound like a female at all. She doesn't even try. Yeah. She did not even try.
Yeah.
She's just like, "Mr. Gate Agent, I'd like to thank you very much for what you said to that young lady up there for me." And got that southern little Texas drug.
Talking about the one I'm talking about is a Hispanic little guy. And,
no, this one was a tall white guy, probably. If I had to guess, I'd say maybe 5'7", 5'8".
Yeah.
Oh, we lost Abel.
No, he said people also mentioned my dad looks like Dr. Drew Pinsky and James Woods. James Woods, that's not a bad comparison there. Hilda, good night. Thanks for hanging out with us. Hope you were highly entertained. Thanks for the compliment, says Wolf. Good night, folks. Good night, Wolf. Thanks for hanging out, bud. Thanks for that photograph, man. Pretty cool. Pretty awesome. Lupito says, Minnie be gay.
Minnie be gay.
That was the name. Okay. Yeah, see, because of that last name, the adolescent, immature guy. Oh, it's gay. That school's gay. Get it? Yeah, it's dumb. Changing appearance doesn't even change someone's chromosomes. Biological, still the sex you were made. Yep, that's what we were talking about just a few minutes ago. Highly agreed. Are we talking about the wrestler that came out today? We're going to. Somebody sent me that also.
We have a wrestler that came out?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes.
Oh, is it Hulk Hogan?
Oh, no. Gabby Tuft.
I don't know.
You know who that is?
No.
Yeah, me either. We're going to find out right now.
Okay.
And here we go. Where's my... Here it is. Gabby Tuft and wife Priscilla explain interesting progression in marriage after transition.
Okay, so I'm assuming Gabby Tuft is the one on the left?
Yep.
Okay.
So was he trying to look like his wife or something? I mean, she's obviously hot.
She is extremely cute. And it looks like he is trying to look like someone, or she is trying to look like someone, because I see boobs. And obviously we've had some facial work done.
Cheeks, maybe, you mean?
Oh, definitely cheeks.
Dude's got a horse face. That's one problem. Again, you're talking about a guy with very masculine features. But you know what? I don't know if that's what he likes. What are you going to do, man?
And we had to go with those dragon nails, so you can't even do any damn thing. All I can say is, dude, if you have some balls, be careful.
Our intimate life has changed.
You'll perform your own surgical removal.
Former WWE star Gabby Tuft, who wrestled under the ring name Tyler Rex, wow, is opening up about her gender transition for the very first time with her wife Priscilla. They're still calling her Priscilla by her side. Tuft, whose pronouns are she, her. Oh, God. Came out as transgender woman on Thursday ahead of a new interview with extras Billy Bush, which is
So
hilarious.
is this a guy that could not win anything in his own weight class? So he decided to become a female, and now he's a lesbian to his married wife, so he can wrestle
with
in
women?
the female and
In
win.
the virtual sit down, Tuft explained she first tried on women's clothing when she was just 10 years old, and it just felt right. After she suppressed it for her whole life, she's finally living her truth with her family's support.
Okay, well, good for you.
What it doesn't say is she still gonna is she gonna wrestle still? I know that it doesn't. Oh, there you go. That's the before and after right there.
Well, and we had some hips implanted, it looks like. And thank God we've shaved our face.
There you go. Before and after. Yeah, I can see it. Yeah, the eyes.
All right for you. If that's what you want.
Yeah, it's.
If that's what you want, I mean, great. But
I'm just wondering.
Don't be doing it to win medals and titles and shit.
I'm wondering if she's still going to try to wrestle women or wrestle at all. No good wrestler.
I wonder what his wrestling friends think of it.
Yeah, that'd be very interesting. I wonder if they knew, that we're just quiet that he was. See, but he's not gay though. He's still with his wife, and I don't know unless he is, and they're not talking about that part of it.
So he was like my friend Pete, the transvestite or whatever, the straight man that liked to cross dress. But I don't think he ever felt like he was a woman. I don't know.
Yeah. Fascinating story. And and going back to the whole sports, mostly high school collegiate sports, and there was a video of a black athlete on a track and field doing the hurdles. They're jumping over those.
Mm-hmm. The hurdles.
And obviously, a guy, black dude, big guy, and he smoked everybody, all the ladies, all the girls, smoked them all. I think it was college. And he went down and he jumped over everything, and he was way in front. And see, it's just not fair. It's not fair. Liz. Hey, Liz, too. Sorry, I didn't say hi.
Liz.
She said, I think he retired, and that was WWE wrestling. It'd be no different than wrestling China chick.
Well, if anything, I mean, he can walk around the ring with the numbers now.
With the heels on and everything.
Yeah.
Round 3. He's been out for a while. Okay, gotcha. You have an early day tomorrow. Good night. Sochi, good night. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Hey, Sochi, are you leaving us?
Hope you had fun.
Hasta luego.
Have a good night. All right, I think we're going to wrap it up. It's been an hour and 38. Interesting conversation.
Yep.
Abel had to take off, take care of the family. He'll join us again tomorrow.
He had to go tear some little butts up.
Yep, probably. He's probably going to go cook something. That's what he's going to do.
Oh, he's going to have another Chicago-style dog.
He's going to go cook. That's what he's going to do. He's going to make something in the backyard. Good night, Liz. Everyone, good night. Thanks for hanging out. I know I didn't put this up here, but give my page a like. Share these videos. I think they're freaking entertaining. I really do.
Well, we'd like to believe they are. I try my best to be as entertaining as I possibly can. I try to accommodate you.
And bam, you are. Bam is a hit.
Lori, have a good night. Sochi, Liz.
Nadia, I'll tell you what, WWE legend Ric Flair, his daughter is a WWE women's champion, and Charlotte Flair's figure doesn't look womanly at all.
It's one planet, one people, peeps.
Yeah, so you said that name right? Right? You can say her name. Itza. More like a double E in front.
I said Itza.
Yeah, Itza.
Like it's a bitsy spider crawling up the spout.
Close enough. Long legs, long torso, and the boobs look artificial, which
Boobs.
probably are, obviously.
That brings me back to that pretty. No, that was one Pretty Woman. That's Aaron Brockovich. There we go.
Oh,
They're called boobs, Ed. They're called boobs.
they're called boobs. Yeah,
They're called boobs, Ed.
another great movie, Aaron Brockovich.
Love that movie. True story too.
True story. I love it. I love true story movies. There's been a lot of movies about water problems. Contaminated water, poison.
And only
water.
more to come. Only more to come.
Yeah. So there's Aaron Brockovich, and then there's a movie called A Civil Action with John Travolta. There's another water contamination. True story.
They did a Lifetime movie, I think. I'm almost positive it was a Lifetime with the water fiasco in Detroit.
I'm waiting for a good movie on that. I mean, a real, like these movies that we're talking about now. They need to do something because Michigan's water problem is horrendous.
Well, in Chicago, you don't know, but they're starting to tear up all the streets and replace all the water piping throughout all the streets.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So every street you're going down, it's been tore up, and they've been doing it for about 3 years now.
Mm-hmm.
So they're trying to get ahead of the situation.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna happen.
And I'll tell you something, Chicago tap water is really good tasting. At least I think so.
Well, it comes right out of Lake Michigan.
It tastes real freaking good. It's similar to New York. Even New York's water tastes pretty good also, right from the tap. And in wintertime,
there's one store somewhere, I can't remember where it is. It has tap water from every state in it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I can't remember where the hell it is. I've seen it. I didn't personally see it, but I've seen it on the internet. But yeah. You can taste tap water from every state.
Have you guys subscribed to Telegram yet?
Nope.
Oh, I know you have, haven't you?
Not Telegram. I don't know what the hell it is.
Telegram is like Signal.
Hang on a second. Hey, I'm just ending up a show. I'll call you back.
Oh, you're doing a show?
Yeah, we're closing it off. I'll call you back in a little bit.
Oh, you didn't tell me. Okay, fine.
Telegram is like another Signal. That app, messaging app.
Oh, I did the Signal. I didn't do a Telegram.
Yeah, Telegram was around first, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, it's good for secure messaging. It's not a Facebook thing. They're not going to take all your data and steal your contacts and who you're talking to, and that's why you shouldn't use WhatsApp anymore. Get rid of that. Use Telegram or Signal. There's one I've seen some commentary about it. I think I have info saved somewhere about the Flint water situation. Yep. San Antonio water.
That's what it was. Flint, Michigan, not Detroit.
Hot Springs, Arkansas water is also delicious. I've had the Arkansas water. Yeah, that is pleasant. I haven't had San Antonio yet, but it comes right from the spring in Arkansas. Yeah, Chicago tap water is good. When you go to the hotels and stuff, especially in the wintertime when it comes out nice and cold because it's cold out, it's so good. Ozzy G.
What's up, Oz?
A little late to the party, bro. We're wrapping up right now. Everybody, thanks for hanging out with us on a Friday night. Enjoy your weekend. We will talk to you. We'll do one more tomorrow, and then we're off on Sunday. But we will do a Super Bowl Sunday show with Frankie. I'll have Frankie on, and we're going to do a Super Bowl deal.
Frankie, hey, ho.
Oh, hey. Yeah, I don't know why that makes sense, but
it's from
Hip Hop Hooray.
Yeah. The Sister Act movie.
But where does Frankie fit into this?
One of the characters in Sister Act named Frankie, one of the kids.
Okay, got it.
And when Frankie comes up, he says, "Hey, miss, let me kick an introduction." And then Jamal goes up, man, why are you always coming behind and stealing our thing? Can't you get your own thing? Dude, you got to watch Sister Act.
It's been a lot. I saw it. It's been so many. I only saw it once, and that was back when it came out.
Yeah.
Because I seen that chick. Who was the one that was the Italian girl? The nun?
Oh.
I can't remember her name.
Kathy something.
Yes, Kathy Jiminy or something like that.
Yeah, I think she died like 4 or 5 years ago.
Oh no, she lost so much weight. She didn't look like that. She was so smoking hot when she lost all that weight. Kathy. No, it's not right. It's not Jimmy. Kathy Najimy. And she's not dead yet. She's still alive. Don't try to kill her off.
Oh, then maybe it was the nun that died. Maggie Smith. I bet it was her that died. I know one of them died.
Kathy Najimy. Here you go. And people will remember her as soon as I show the picture. They're going, oh yeah, Kathy. And here she is.
Sister Mary Patrick.
Remember her? That's Kathy. This one.
Damn,
obviously.
she looks so different.
Yeah, she lost a lot of weight. I think she had stomach surgery, whatever you call it. I think. I could be wrong. But I remember you didn't see her for years, and she came back, and she looked, bam, smoking. And she's funny, too. She's a funny lady. Don't care for Whoopi anymore. Yeah, me neither. She's...
You know, ever since she gained or went to the that TV show, the gag, The View. Yeah, she's out there. Her views are out there.
Meghan McCain too. It's...
I mean, I used to love the hell out of Whoopi Goldberg, especially when she did her stand-up comedy. I remember the first time I ever heard of Whoopi Goldberg. It was on an HBO comedy, and she was doing stand-up. And the only thing I remember her saying was she was down in the islands working, and this white couple was there, and they asked her to come back and be their maid. And she says, oh, and the nookie, I got to do the nookie. And I'm like, I don't know what the nookie is, but I compromise.
I like her as an actress. I don't mind her as an actress. She was good in that movie with Ted Danson, where they had an out-of-wedlock child. The girl was Mia something, the black girl, real pretty girl. Oh, man. Remember, Ted Danson was a used car salesman. He owned a lot.
I do remember that.
He drove around in a truck. I mean, he was the whitest white dude you could think of. And then he found out that he had a child, and he didn't know. He had no idea. But him and Whoopi got together one night at a party, or I don't know what happened. And I think they made that movie while they were married, Whoopi and Ted Danson. What's it called, man? What's it called?
I'm looking.
Ozzy, yeah, you're late, man. You're pretty late. You're about an hour and 48 minutes late. Good show. You missed a lot of it. Watch it again. She was the witch in the Hocus Pocus movie. Yep, with Bette Midler and Bette Midler. That's another one. Sarah Jessica Parker. Yep.
Whoopi Goldberg was not in that.
Hocus Pocus?
Yeah.
She wasn't the witch?
No, the nun was. Kathy.
Hey, Elizabeth. Welcome, Elizabeth Dearlum.
Kathy
Meghan
was
McCain,
in that.
damn liberal. Yeah, I mean, I don't care if somebody is liberal, but
I can't find the one about that movie you're talking about. Unless if it's The Long Walk Home.
Nope.
Well, definitely not the color purple.
2 seconds. Oh, Made in America, 1993.
That's it. Made in America.
And it's the girl is Nia Long. Nia Long is the girl. She finds out the daughter. She's Whoopi's daughter. Finds out her dad's white, the whitest white guy you can ever imagine. And that was a funny movie. It was funny.
Well, it's weird because I'm sitting here looking at Wikipedia and they do not have Made in America on it.
Interesting. Will Smith is in it too, by the way. That's his her high school friend. I want Frank Stallone and Sylvester to move to Texas, though. Frank Stallone. Didn't he do porn? I
don't know.
Sylvester Stallone's brother.
I don't know.
Could have swore he did. Hello again. Hey, Sharky. Welcome back again.
Snarky, snark, snark.
March just a month away. Better be ready for a big surprise. I don't know.
What kind of surprise are we talking about, Liz?
I think she's talking about a Trump surprise.
Oh.
I don't know. I think that ship has sailed. I think the opportunity was there, and they, I said this before. The Democrats and the powers that be behind them were going to do everything in their power, lie, cheat, steal, whatever, to get Trump out of there, no matter what. And I mean,
no, they cheated, they stole, they lied.
There was nothing that could be done to stop that machine from rolling the way it did. Ozzy had some homework for structural engineering. Damn, what kind of homework do you got for that? That sounds nasty. We'll make it next time for sure. Cool, man. Hey, education comes first. Glad you got your priorities straight, buddy. But that sounds nasty. Structural engineering homework.
Yeah, it does.
All right.
Better you than me.
Was that a movie Made in America? Yes, Rosie, you're right. It was called Made in America. Whoopi Goldberg and Ted Danson. Funny movie. It was funny. And quite hilarious in some parts, actually. So that's another one. But movie for the weekend, like I said, The Birdcage, Robin Williams.
Good movie.
That's your homework for the weekend. All right, bam, we're going to call it a night.
All right, let's do it.
Everyone, thanks for stopping by. Love you all.
Unless you want to push it another 9.5 minutes to get an even 2.
Another 9 minutes? All right, let's do another 9 minutes. How's that?
All right.
What are we talking about? Oh, let's talk about Beetlejuice. Nothing exciting there.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of her right now.
So Chicago, the teachers union, Beetlejuice, we're referring to her as Beetlejuice, is the mayor of Chicago, Lori Lightfoot.
She was a hoe.
Affectionately known as Beetlejuice.
We kind of wadded her up and threw her to the curb. We're all over the Beetlejuice hoe.
Yeah. And even though she's a Democrat, she's a liberal, when I found out she won for mayor, I had hope that she would do good for the city.
Oh, I did too. I was extremely fucking excited.
And the
Huge
exact
letdown.
opposite happened.
Huge letdown.
Yep. Not even funny.
I kind of feel like I'm running up to her office, dropping my drawers, and go, "Why don't you just fuck me in the ass now?"
She destroyed that city. It's horrible. It's terrible.
My God.
What Chicago's becoming. I say becoming because you can save it. People can save it.
It could be saved, just like our government. It can be saved. We just got to get rid of the hose.
Hey, yeah. Careful with that C word.
And I almost dropped it.
You did. You went there.
And I hate that word. God, do I hate that word? I mean, I really got to hate somebody if I drop that word. And I'm not a fan of Lori Lightfoot. God, I cannot stand that woman.
Snoopy from San Antonio, Texas. Been listening to you guys while doing some chores around the house. Can't sleep. Have a good night, guys. Good show. Thanks, Snoopy.
Thanks, Snoop.
Hopefully we're entertaining to your ears. Now you
hang on, Snoopy, hang on.
Coming to America too?
Yeah, that's supposed to be coming out. He's looking for his son now.
See, I don't want to watch the clips of it because I don't want to spoil it. I don't want to see. You ever notice? Okay, we're talking about movies. When they show you a clip at the movies,
they show you all the good parts.
It's like freaking 20 minutes long. It's like they might as well show you the whole damn movie.
Yeah, they show you all the good parts, all the exciting parts, all like the high hype parts.
Yeah, and I get it, but come on, you're supposed to tease it here and there. Don't just show the whole freaking thing.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait to see it. 'Cause I love Eddie Murphy. That motherfucker can make me cry so hard I piss my pants. Him and Arsenio Hall. Oh, I love him too.
Oh, then that first, the original Coming to America was freaking hilarious.
Yeah, it was.
Oh man.
Yeah, so I have a feeling that this one's going to be just as funny.
I hope so, because sequels are, when they hype them too much, they always end up being a letdown.
Yeah, sequels usually are letdowns. But Beverly Hills Cop 2 was not a letdown.
No, Cop 2 was good. Cop 3 was.
Yeah, that one bombed. That tanked.
Coming to America 2. Let's see. Directed by blah, blah, blah. When does this come out? I'll bet it's Thanksgiving. Oh, no. Amazon set to release it digitally on Prime Video March 5th.
Oh, yay. Next month.
Oh, man. Right around the corner. Eddie Murphy, Arsenio Hall, Jermaine Fowler, Leslie Jones.
I love Leslie Jones.
I don't like her. Why do they put her in stuff?
She is so butch, but she is so funny.
I mean, she was okay in those commercials for, what is it, Sprint or T-Mobile or whatever she did. But I don't like her as an actress. Sorry, not a fan. Tracy Morgan, Kiki Lane, Sherry Headley, Tiana Taylor.
She's
Wesley
on Supermarket
Snipes.
Sweep now. She's got her own little game show.
Wesley Snipes is in this now. James Earl Jones. I'm glad James Earl Jones is still around. That he can be in the sequel to it. I mean, it looks funny. I hope it is, because I was a fan of the first one.
I love the first one.
Yeah, that's right. March 21st. Is that what I said? I think so.
March 5th. March 5th.
March 5th. Oh yeah, sorry. March 5th. Correct.
On Amazon.
That's right around the corner.
It is.
Right around the corner. You can catch that on Amazon. You don't even have to leave the house. I think
I'm okay with that.
what I will do is go to the theater and buy a big tub of popcorn with extra butter and then take it home and then watch the movie. Movie theater popcorn is so good.
It is.
Or
I ain't mad at you.
Or the butter.
I ain't mad
is
at
good.
you.
I don't know.
I ain't mad at you.
Oh,
sweet Jesus.
I liked Eddie in 48 Hours more than Beverly Hills Cop.
Yeah, it was good.
48 Hours was good. Him and Nick Nolte had a good dynamic there. That was.
They really did. Well, Nick Nolte plays a really good fucking drunk. I think one of my most favorite Eddie Murphy movies had to be Norbert.
Nah, didn't like it.
Oh, I loved all the characters he played with recipes. How you doing? How you doing?
Okay, so Beverly Hills Cop 2 was good. 3 was shouldn't have been made.
No.
And then same thing with 48 Hours. Another 48 Hours, part 2. That wasn't great.
Yeah, I was not a fan of the another 48 Hours. I'm not a fan of that one.
We're talking about Nick Nolte. You know what he was good in? Down and Out in Beverly Hills.
Oh, yes, he was.
Oh, man, that's a funny-ass movie, too. Not a fan of Bette Midler anymore.
Yeah, me either. She's out there with Whoopi.
But, again, all these liberal actors and Hollywood people that want to thrust their opinions upon us.
It's not thrust. It's more or less force them down your throat.
Impose, yeah. And you know what? I am turning that side of them off. I will watch them because it's good entertainment and they can act, and I'm not going to take that away from them. But once the movie's over, that's it. I don't need to hear your politics or anything.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to support them like I normally would. I'll watch their movie once it's free on HBO or whatever. I'm not going to support their bank account. I'm not going to rent it or anything.
Yeah,
especially Bette Midler, Whoopi Goldberg, Lady Gaga. I mean, I love Lady Gaga. She's a phenomenal actress and singer, and I really was not a fan of this movie she just did. God, it escapes me. It was one of my favorite Barbara Streisand movies. Star is Born.
Star is Born. Yeah.
And to me, that was a Barbara Streisand movie. Nobody could replace it. Well, one, I didn't know that Barbara Streisand was the third person to actually remake it. So then I was okay with Lady Gaga doing it.
Yeah. Original is black and white, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. And then I'm like, all right, well, I'll see it now that I know that it's not originally a Barbara Streisand movie. And I was blown away with her acting ability.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew she could sing. Wow. Can have her act.
Yeah. She's a good entertainer, performer.
Yeah.
She should do more movies.
And supposedly she's actually going to do a Barbra Streisand movie. It's going to be one of the, can't remember if it's Funny Girl or Funny Lady, and Rosie O'Donnell has a part in it. Supposedly the mother, I'm assuming. So
there's a name I haven't heard in a while, Rosie O'Donnell. I think there's only one thing I've ever liked that she did, and that was in A League of Their Own, the baseball
absolutely,
movie.
Yep.
Sharky, good night. Thanks for hanging out.
Night, Sharks. Okay, and there it's 2 hours, so I guess we can actually leave now.
A League of Their Own was a great movie.
It really was.
Tom Hanks, what's her name? Gina
Davis.
Gina Davis was the tall sister,
the redhead.
Great movie. I mean, right, besides the fact that it was filmed at Wrigley Field most of the time, but it's just a great, nice, feel-good baseball movie, and it's a true story too.
It is.
It's a true story.
I got the Rockford Peaches park here in Rockford, not too far from me.
That's awesome. If you haven't checked out A League of Their Own with Madonna, Rosie O'Donnell, Gina Davis, Tom Hanks, what's his dude? The guy from Saturday Night Live.
I don't watch Saturday Night Live.
He's like the scout or something, manager trying to sign the girls up for baseball.
Oh, he's sucking on that goddamn cigar.
Jewish guy. You know what I'm talking about. I can't think of his name right now.
Yeah, I mean that's another.
The guy from who sang "Ladies' Night" on Wedding Singer.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about, but I don't know his name. But Madonna, can she sing and act?
She can. John Lovitz. He's in that movie too. There's a lot of stars in that movie.
Now I'm going to want to watch 3 hours of Evita.
Madonna, she acts, but I don't think she can act.
She did well in A League of Her Own, and
in that movie she did, yeah, because it was
she did well in Evita.
Silly role. See, I didn't like it. Not a fan of her other stuff. She did that other murder mystery movie. God, can't think of it. And I don't know. I don't see her as an actress. But in League of Their Own, bunch of girls, sports. It was silly kind of a movie, and she did great in that movie.
She had the perfect role, a slut.
I love the Will and Grace series, but I find Deborah Messing repulsive. Deborah Messing used to be cool and hot and everything, but now, since she opens her mouth, stupid crap comes out. Another Hollywood person that we don't need to hear that kind of opinion. Wasn't there a time when Hollywood people would just not even talk about that stuff? Everything was just, that's private. Don't ask me about that.
I think that was in the 50s.
Yeah. And it was just, they were like Switzerland. They were just neutral.
Yeah. And that's when you were supposed to be just glamorous.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all you were supposed to be, was glamorous. You had an opinion. We don't care. We don't want to hear it. We don't want to know it.
And that's the way it should be. You know, they get paid gazillions of dollars for stuff playing pretend. And you're just entertaining us, and we're paying them millions and millions and millions of dollars. Like, just leave it there. Just entertain us. We love you for it.
Let me entertain you.
I hate Robert De Niro, what he says, but you know what? I loved him in Goodfellas. I loved him in The Godfather, and I keep watching those because he was a good actor. I'm not going to take that away from him either. But just entertain. You know, like the people who told LeBron James at the NBA, just dribble
a woman,
dribble the ball.
Robert De Niro in Scent of a Woman. Oh God, best movie ever.
Yeah. Even those silly movies, that silly mob movie. Analyze This. Billy Crystal. That was funny as hell. That was hilarious. Dan Aykroyd. Nope, it was John Lovitz.
Dan Aykroyd, that motherfucker.
Later, Ozzy G. Yeah. I love the Vita, man. I even bought the CD soundtrack. Patti LuPone. I like
a lot of good music in there.
I like Patti LuPone. She's if you don't know her, she's the mother from what was the name of that TV show, Bam? The kid had Down syndrome, his family.
Oh, fuck me. You know,
What's the name of who knows the name of that series?
I used to watch that all the time.
Patty Lupone was the mother. And
That little Down syndrome kid, he has got his life's made.
she had that cute little girl was the daughter. And then the son, and he had Down syndrome.
Yeah.
Goodness sakes. I'm looking.
God. That was what, late 80s, early 90s?
Yes.
I used to watch that show every fucking week.
Too. Life goes on.
That's it. Ada-ba-dee, ah-ba-da-da.
Yeah.
Life goes on.
That aired from 89 to 93.
That was a good series.
Anyway, Patty Lupone is the mom in that TV series. Yeah, Nadia had it. Life goes on. That's who Patty Lupone is. She was always cool. Yeah, she can sing. Anyway, all right. Now we're on overtime.
Yep.
Let's try this again, Bang. Here you go. Obladi, oblada. Oh, how life goes on. Yep.
Yeah.
See? I
You got
sang
it,
it.
Nadia.
I sang it. There. Everybody missed it. Everybody logged off. See? I sang. We're going to try to
call that singing.
Yeah, we're going to try this again and say good night. Everybody, thanks for hanging out.
One planet, one people. Peace out.
One people. Peace out. Love each other. See you tomorrow.